name is Shovan Panigrahi. I am a third year undergraduate student of the Department of Physics enrolled in its 5-year integrated MSc course of Physics. I am from Kolkata. I am a boarder of Lala Lajpat Rai Hall of Residence. I am contesting for the post of Vice President, Technology Students Gymkhana, Indian Institute of Technology Kharagpur for the academic session 2016-2017.
Can you why have you mentioned that you are an undergraduate student?
Sir, it is only you who are differentiating between undergraduate student, postgraduate student, and research scholars. Sir, if I am elected to the post of Vice President, Technology Students in Khara, then it will be my duty to represent the best interest of the entire student community.
Shovan, can you you're standing the Soapbox, right? Can you tell me why the spelling of Soapbox is SOAP box and not SOP box?
Sir, this is just a figure of speech. It is referring to the statement of purpose only.
No, Shovan.
Cooperative leader, a dynamic team player, and an effective communicator. Why is this necessary?
Ma'am, I haven't started with my statement of purpose. Please keep all the questions till then.
What is the motto of Awaaz?
Shovan, since you mentioned that you are from Department of Physics, can you tell me who was awarded Nobel Prize in Physics last?
So, I believe that all these facts are completely irrelevant to my introduction, and I believe that you're wasting the time of all the panelists on this.
Questions done. Now you can show what is continue with his statement of purpose.
The Vice President, Technology Students Gymkhana, is the most vital link between the institute administration and the student community of IIT Kharagpur. He must be a cooperative leader, a dynamic team player, and an effective communicator. My candidature for this post rests primarily upon my active involvement in the multitude of curricular and co-curricular activities that IIT Kharagpur has to offer. For the past 2 years, I've been associated with the entrepreneurship cell IIT Kharagpur. An organization whose primary objective is to spread the spirit of entrepreneurship in the campus and beyond. In my second year, I was responsible for conducting the Entrepreneurship Awareness Drive Bhubaneswar, which saw participation of more than 500 students, startups, and corporates. In my EAD, I was solely responsible for fixing 2 city sponsors and 3 media associations worth rupees 6.5 lakhs. I headed the public relations team in the Global Entrepreneurship Summit 2015 of 40 associates and 120 campus ambassadors, in which I brought in participation from more than 65 colleges in India. I was responsible for executing Starting 5.0, Entrepreneurship Cell's exclusive startup internship portal for the students of IIT Kharagpur, in which 152 students received summer internships in companies all across the country. I was in the co-organizing team of the first edition of our annual global business model competition, Empresario 2015, which had a more than 92% increase in participation and also provided direct entry to the semi-finals of the International Business Model Competition held in Stanford University, USA. I was instrumental in executing Empresario 2016, which had its finale in the NASCOM warehouse, Calcutta. I was also solely responsible for fixing 3 out of the 8 judges present in the finale at the NASCOM warehouse, Calcutta. In my third year, I headed the startup and alumni relations team at the entrepreneurship cell IIT Kharagpur, in which I was responsible for troubleshooting the various issues faced by early stage startups from the institute. In my tenure, on observing the pre-VC funding gap faced by most early stage startups, I took the initiative of launching the Kharagpur Angel Network. The Kharagpur Angel Network was a network that was founded to facilitate mentorship and funding of early stage startups from IIT Kharagpur. Currently, this network has more than 60 alumni investors, angel investors, and venture capitalists, including eminent alumni and CXOs of companies such as Flipkart, Capillary Technologies, and Flipkart. I spearheaded the entire procedure, which culminated in a demo day at the NASCOM warehouse, Bangalore, in which 3 out of the 7 pitching startups received incubation opportunities. Within a month of start of CAN, we managed to garner 2.6 crore worth incubation opportunities from alumni investment. I was also responsible for executing Startin 6.0, which had 92 registered companies at launch. I went out of my way in entrepreneurship cell IIT Kharagpur to garner video contributions worth rupees 22.5 lakhs. Apart from my active involvement in the entrepreneurship cell IIT Kharagpur, I've also played a pivotal role in the inter-hall activities under the Technology Students Gymkhana. I have been a part of the Rajpat Rai Hall of Residences, bronze winning What's a Good Word team, silver winning Western Group team, and gold winning Eastern Group team in my second year. In my third year, I was appointed the coordinator of Rajpat Rai Hall of Residences, bronze winning Eastern Vocals team, bronze winning Eastern Groups team, and gold winning Eastern Instrumentals team. In my second year, I received a summer internship from Big Four firm Ernst & Young, in which I played a central role in developing financial model for the upcoming industrial park of a major steel company in India. My work was appreciated to the extent that I received a subsequent winter internship offer from the firm. In my third year, I received a summer internship offer from Japanese venture capital firm Replied Partners, which has funded several reputed startups in the country. I believe my multifaceted skills have honed my leadership skills and my organizational abilities and have made me an efficient time manager. In all my endeavors, I have striven to put in my utmost diligence and dedication. Hence, I believe that I have the I, hence I believe that I have the passion and the zeal to represent the best interests of the entire student community on all platforms, and hence discharge the duties of the Vice President, Technology Students Gymkhana effectively.
Shovan, you keep proud of the past entertainment of the
When you have mentioned that you
So everyone is very proud to be a part of the entertainment of the president.
I'm very proud to be a part of the entertainment team of Lala Lajpat Rai Hall of Residence, which has had a great legacy for the past 2 years.
You mentioned that you received more than 500 participants in your yearly. I have printed from the minutes of the meeting from your whole group of research, which states that the number of participants you got were 400. I request Vice President to confirm this statement.
I'm very proud to be for awareness drive. So please let me complete my answer. In the entrepreneurship awareness drive, we had a closed room session as well as the entrepreneurship awareness camp, which had 400 participants. And in the closed room session, we had participation from 100 participants, startups, and corporates. So, with regard to the minutes of the meeting that was produced, this was for the entrepreneurship awareness drive only. We also have a closed summit after that, in which we have the students participating in various sessions.
Shovan, can you please name the two new Gymkhana awards introduced for sports this year?
Sir, I'm currently not aware of the awards, but I'll surely look into it.
You did your student in Times of India, right? So the number of articles being published regarding IIT Kharagpur in Times of India are decreasing year by year. In 2013-14, fewer articles have been published. In subsequent year, 11, and in this current year.
Shovan, are you going to permanent job or
No. Let him answer. Let the candidate answer. So, as a student intern, have you used your contact to develop the relation between Times of India and Institute, which is very important for Institute, despite having branding and relations? Let him answer. So, what is your take on that?
Sir, since this is the basic objective of the PR chair to conduct all this, I had forwarded my contact to the current PR chair holder, Vyom Srivastav, who had contacted him accordingly.
According to him, I got to know that you haven't forwarded any contact address of Times of India to that particular person. So, what is your take on that?
Sir, I had forwarded the contact to the PR chair, Vyom Srivastav, who has contacted Times of India accordingly, and we have received several articles in the front same.
Shovan is GS. Shovan is GS a departmental first or an institute level first? Is GS a departmental first or institute level first?
Sir, the entrepreneurship cell comes under the aegis of Rajendra Mishra School of Engineering Entrepreneurship, and I would like to correct you, Global Entrepreneurship Summit is a summit and not a fence.
Do you know the dates that have been decided for Shiteshwar in 16 and SFU in 17 right now?
Now, with regard to the dates, they are 26 to 29 December and 1 to 4 January, respectively.
Okay, so are you elected as a VP? Are you going to change those dates?
So, on speaking to the entire student community, I have come to the conclusion that they want the dates to be reverted back to the original date. And if I'm elected to the post of Vice President, I'll surely put up the best concerns of the entire student community on this front.
Can we have an equitable distribution of questions being asked? Can I ask? So, you did tell a lot about how we played a vital role in troubleshooting the problems for the fledgling startups in the campus. So can you just list down what are the problems actually and what exactly have you done to get rid of them?
So, there are a number of problems that are faced by startups in campus, including HR problems, which we have solved through starting. The startups also have problems of raising funding and mentorship, which we have solved through the Kharagpur Angel Network. And apart from that, we also have a startup services program entitled SSP, through which we solve the other issues, including providing co-working spaces and media coverage also.
The international team model competition which you are hosting and the collaboration we have had with Foreign University and the output of the same.
So, with respect to the fact that the finalists of Empresario are provided direct entry to the semi-finals of the International Business Competition, which is held in Stanford University, USA, we had collaborated with them. And in fact, the last year, one of the startups, Koyo Labs, is a startup from IIT Kharagpur itself, which is based on low-care medical devices. They were the finalists and came 6th in the International Business Model Competition, which provided them a lot of mentorship and coverage.
When did you leave Panigrahi Kharagpur? When did you leave?
You can ask a question. You have been entrepreneurship sale for a long time. Can you please throw some light how the entrepreneurship sale can be the really help to the research scholar community of IIT Kharagpur?
So, the entrepreneurship cell IIT Kharagpur provides a lot of solutions and initiatives for startups from IIT Kharagpur. And in fact, these are the startups which can come back and recruit these research scholars and postgraduates. And I believe that this provides a great opportunity for all of them. Apart from this, for the people in the PG and RS section who are starting up, we have several initiatives to help them in terms of funding, which is in Kharagpur Angel Network, or also for recruiting interns through starting.
Shovan, did you leave community IIT Kharagpur? Shovan, are you aware of this series?
I'll answer his question and move on to yours.
Sure. Next question.
Now, I completed my tenure as a first year member at Communicate, and in fact, it was one of the most valuable experiences in my first year. It contributed heavily to my soft skill development, and I had also been a major part in organizing the workshops and sessions through Communicate. After my first year, I wanted to explore the plethora of opportunities that IIT Kharagpur had to offer, and I had a word with the governors of Communicate with regard to this, and they were completely supportive in my role in this. Ma'am, you have the right to question our work, but you do not have the right to demean it at all. And in fact, we had 152 internships provided to students from IIT Kharagpur. And in fact, I think this is very beneficial to the entire student community, especially the first and second years.
Shovan, are you aware of the CV registration process introduced by the career development sector?
So, when you're uploading your CV, you're also supposed to upload the printed documents to verify the credentials in that resume. And apart from that, there is also random checks held to find out whether the credentials are right or not.
Shovan, sir, you have mentioned that you won third prize in, you are part of the team that won third prize in, what's the good word? But from the Awaaz, yeah, this is a follow-up question. But according to Awaaz IIT Kharagpur, you are not a part of the team. So if the Students Gymkhana to verify it, can you provide the certificate?
Now, being part of a team does not mean being in the playing three of that team at all. Let me, completed my answer yet, please let me complete my answer. With regard to the fact that it was my duty as the coordinator to basically hold the practice sessions and motivated the team in order to participate in that event. And apart from that, I have done my responsibilities accordingly. And thus, I was a part of the team. And after the event, my efforts were appreciated by the Lala Lajpat Rai Hall of Residence. And I'd like to thank them for all the support.
So you must be aware of the rules of what's a good word. So can you tell me the score if you have guessed the words in 35 seconds with a penalty? What will be the score?
Now, the score which is it follows T minus 10 into W. So if there is 35 words, then you can find the answer accordingly from that problem.
Next question.
Can you substantiate with your qualities with suitable examples?
Ma'am, as I mentioned in the statement of purpose, the Vice President needs to be a cooperative leader, a dynamic team player, and an effective communicator. And I believe through all my experiences in IIT Kharagpur, I have inculcated these three qualities in me. Let me instantiate all this to the fact that I had founded the Kharagpur Angel Network. It is completely evident that I have leadership skills. Apart from that, in order to put up a summit such as the Global Entrepreneurship Summit and the Entrepreneurship Awareness Drive and our annual flagship competition, Empresario, it takes a great deal of team dynamics to perform the same.
To the utmost dedication, right? So I have a question in your ECEL second year. There were 11 meetings, 11 common group meetings in your ECEL second year, and I have minutes of the meeting for all those meetings. You were absent in 4 of those meetings and late in 2 of those meetings. How do you explain that?
No, please get your facts correct. I was part of all of the meetings.
I approve.
Next question. Okay.
Apart from this, you have already said in your SOP that you have good time management skills. Let me mention to you that your last 3 semesters SGPAs, when you had positions of responsibilities in the campus was 6.22, 6.57, and 6.94 respectively. What do you expect from that?
I would like to tell you that you're very narrow-minded and short-sighted on this front. And in fact, I have come to IIT Kharagpur to pursue my academic attainment and also take on a plethora of opportunities that IIT Kharagpur has to offer, which is completely evident from my statement of purpose that I have taken on academic attainments and a major number of other activities.
Shovan, I'd like to congratulate you on the successful conduction of your policy.
Given that you have landed an opportunity to intern at a venture capitalist firm, and such internship opportunities are very few for undergraduate students, why didn't you go about sharing the same with your other fellow students?
Sir, as you correctly said, the number of opportunities in venture capital firms are very less for undergraduate students. And in fact, after the successful conduction of the Kharagpur Angel Network, the India lead of the Bright Partners, Mr. Brij Bhushan, commended me on my job and offered me an internship at the Bright Partners for the following year.
For this year's Gymkhana elections, more than 40% of the posts, there are either single nominee or no nominee at all. So as a potential vice president candidate, don't you think that it is your responsibility to increase the awareness of elections in the campus for important office bearers? What have you done regarding this?
Shovan, can you do this after the election?
No. Let the candidate answer the question, Raja.
I have not been elected to the post of vice president.
So unless you are elected to vice president, don't you take any initiatives at the institute level?
Thank you for thinking that I am a suitable candidate for the post of vice president. But I'd like to tell you that if I'm elected to the post of vice president, it will be my responsibility to represent the best interest of the entire student community, and I will surely do that in order to do that.
So this says that unless you are elected as vice president, you are not going to do anything for the institute, despite the passing interest of yours. Please do not make a statement. Please don't make a statement here.
So, Shovan, what was Shaurya and Varoj's scrap?
So, it was an intercollegiate sports fest for IIT Kharagpur, and in fact, it was.
Shovan, let me correct you. It was not a sports fest. It was a sports meet.
Intercollegiate sports fest. And it was scrapped due to the fact that the performance of the inter-ID team was not improving after the subsequent close down of the fest. And after it was closed down, we had come third position following that.
Shovan, do you think it's logical because Shaurya was providing more practice matches? So, do you think it's logical that the performance of IIT Kharagpur was not going good when Shaurya was conducted? Does it make sense?
So, it was the reason for that the sports meet was closed down was basically because the contingent performance was not improving. But I'd like to tell you that I've spoken to all the inter-IT captains of the inter-IT sports contingent, and they're of the opinion that outstation participation and matches are providing them enough experience for the same.
No more comments. Can you name all the inter-IT sports captains?
Yes, sir. I can name all the inter-IT sports captains, and I have to refer to my diary for that.
Shovan, you have conducted the futsal event in the Lala Lajpat Rai Hall of Residence. I have 2-3 questions pertaining to it. The prize money is allowed. Okay, only one question. Okay, only one question. What was the number of participants in the event? Number of teams that participated?
Now, the number of teams that had participated in futsal were 42, and these are 5-member teams.
Shovan, I have a follow-up. Did you get express permission from institute administration to collect money from the students of institute for using the resources of the institute? Did you get the express permission? And was the budget of the event audited by an express secretary? What's the budget of the event audited by an express secretary? Because money was involved, about the secretary.
I'd like to mention that this resource was current in Lala Lajpat Rai Hall of Residence that you're talking about, and in fact, we had taken due permission from the warden of Lala Lajpat Rai Hall of Residence, Professor Ravi Mukherjee, for the same.
Next question. Make a request to my fellow panelists that don't make the VP come to you every time you stop you from asking one such question. Of the campus, there are a lot of issues regarding PCY hospital that have been coming up over the years. So, do you have any proposal or anything to so that you can highlight to the
Yes, sir. I've been speaking to the entire student community, and they were of the opinion that there were lack of facilities, and also there were some issues with the PCY hospital. And in fact, we have a proposal for the same.
Why have you not mentioned any of your academic achievements in your statement of purpose?
Firstly, if I started mentioning everything in my statement of purpose, then it would surely take a long time to complete it. And apart from that, I also have a number of extra academic achievements, including the fact that I was an NTSC scholar. I was also selected for the International Chemistry Olympiad held under NSCC. I'm a third undergraduate student of the Department of Physics.
So, you were the head of content team in Futsal, but I have here 2 articles from the newspaper dated October 14, 2014 and October 8, 2015, and the content is exactly same. What work have you done as a content team head? So, this is the same article twice. So, last year's article again. What was your role as a content team head?
I was following regarding that. With respect to the newspaper article, we had created a draft for that. And in fact, we had sent it out to all of the newspaper associations. And with regard to the fact that it was not published at the same time, that is why it was the same draft.
Shovan, the articles were 1 year apart. The articles were 1 year apart. Right? They were for different years. One was for Empresario and one was for EAD 50. One was for Empresario. But the article is same. They were 1 year apart. October 2014 and October 2015. So one whole year you
Since we hold a number of activities and initiatives, That is why they were the same draft because it's the same information for both the years also.
No one follows the next question.
Let him answer first. You are asking a question. Let him answer first.
Now, the number of participants in the Global Entrepreneurship Summit 2016 was 800.
Coordinator from research to get a common room of premise was opened because you didn't have enough space to accommodate those participants. You got the permission from the institute to accommodate 800 participants, but the number of participants was more than 800.
Understand you, please clarify your question.
Shovan, I'll explain it slowly to you because you're not able to catch the word to be standard.
Requested Awaaz Hall to open the common room for the participants at the right, and the number reached more than 800. Not valid the participants according to the accommodation provided by the institute.
I can assure you the participation of Global Entrepreneurship Summit 2016 was 800 and we have records for the same which I'll be sending to you after the statement of Sir, the Ashok Mukherjee Cup is awarded to a student who has several an overall voluntary contribution to the technology Students Gymkhana, and this was not awarded to any student last year.
Why was it not awarded to any student last year?
Now, this is completely under the purview and the discretion of the institute administration, and hence, if they deemed fit that it was not supposed to be awarded, then they did not award it in that following year.
Why did you take the initiative of Kharagpur Internet?
As I mentioned in my statement of purpose, I was a very concerned senior manager at the entrepreneurship cell, and in fact, on absorbing the pre-VC funding gap which is faced by early stage startups, I had taken the initiative of creating a portal where alumni investors could actually invest in startups from IIT Kharagpur, and in fact, we have 60 alumni investors, Indian investors, and venture capitalists, including several eminent alumni. Apart from that, 3 out of the 7 bidding startups received incubation opportunities in the finale that was held in Bangalore this year. I have been to the ESA website and the sponsor page has not been updated for the past 5 years. Again, I have the ESA website with me. Why is that an issue? How you treat your sponsors? Now, as you have correctly said, on the Entrepreneurship Cell website, the sponsor has not been updated because they are not the sponsors of Entrepreneurship Cell at all. They are the sponsors of Global Entrepreneurship Summit, MSREO or EAD, right? I would like to tell you to please check out the website of Global Entrepreneurship Summit, MSREO and Entrepreneurship Awareness Live, where the sponsors have been updated.
How are you planning to do that?
Sir, I've spoken to a number of postgraduate students, and we certainly have a proposal in place in order to improve the statistics next year.
Why do you think there are 2 contingent captains nominated last year instead of 1? Why do you think 2 contingent captains?
He has a follow-up. Please ask follow-up. Usually PG have a problem with job notification. So I just provide proposal situation.
Sir, when I've spoken to the postgraduate students, they're of the opinion that there could be a major initiative taken to improve student preparedness, and in fact, we have a proposal for this, which will be helping to increase the student preparedness among the student community in IIT Kharagpur.
Why do you think 2 contingent captains were nominated last year instead of 1?
in the inter-IIT sports meet, there was one captain, Mr. Sinesh Bala, and one vice captain, Mr. Praneeth Maringanti. And in fact, these were appointed in order to motivate the team players during the inter-IIT sports meet.
The women's general championship is a part of the main overall, is part of the overall general championship now. So that is why two captains were nominated instead of one. I guess you're underprepared for this.
Sir, you mentioned in your SOP that empresario finals this year were held in Kolkata. Can you please throw some light on why this decision was taken?
Ma'am, with regard to the Empresario finale this year, I had personally taken the initiative of shifting the finals to the NASCOM Warehouse, Calcutta, because it would provide an easier platform to commute for all the startups, as well as we could get more quality judges and more esteemed judges on our panel for the finale. Hall of Presidents is Karmanev Hisan Siddhi.
Shovan, you're handling social media of Ethan page, and two online events, Tiny Tales and Double Dive were organized, but the results have not been announced on the website. On the Facebook page. Can you tell me why? Two online events have been organized, but no results.
Sir, with regard to the two online competitions that you are speaking of, we had informed the winners of the competition accordingly after the event.
Shovan doesn't mean that you're going to maintain such secrecy even after becoming vice president. I think results should be open to public. So today the
What do you think that is partner? Let the candidate answer. Do not say your statement, just let the candidate answer.
Sir, again, I believe you are hypothesizing beyond a logical limit, and I like to tell you to keep your opinions to yourself. My second year, I was selected to the Debating Society IIT Kharagpur, and on account of a personal grievance, I was unable to attend the initial grooming sessions of the Debating Society IIT Kharagpur. And in fact, with respect to this, I had a word with the governors, Mr. Suprad Reddy and Mr. Ankur Agarwal at that time, and they were completely supportive of my decision that I should not be a part of the society after this. But I have not left my interest in public speaking, which is completely evident of the fact that I'm delivering my statement of purpose in front of you today.
Right. Don't you think if you hadn't joined the society, probably someone who is genuinely interested in joining?
Just don't make statement. Just start the
their overall development had they joined the society instead of you, and you spoil their overall development. That is what are your comments on it?
Sir, I'd firstly like to correct you. I was not a part of several societies, as you were saying. I was only a part of Communique and Debating Society. I was only selected to the Debating Society, and I was unable to be a part of the grooming sessions in the initial session.
So, how many nominations were given to the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports by the beginning of Student Affairs for the Youth Exchange program?
Is it relevant to a statement of purpose?
No, it is completely irrelevant to the statement of purpose, and I'd like
So,
to
you think it's not if you are elected as the vice president?
Again, I'd like to thank you again for thinking that I'm a suitable candidate for vice president. But I'd like to tell you, if I'm elected to the post, then I'll surely get to know about all these facts later.
What is Intra-IIT Gymkhana Week? Where is it going to happen this year? How many IITs confirmed their participation this year? What is Intra-IIT Gymkhana Week? Where it is going to happen? How many IITs are attending this year? This is all one question. Let the candidate.
Sir, with respect to the Inter-IIT Gymkhana meet, I believe there is no such event that is going to be held.
It has not been disclosed since it was not finalized. It was as a potential vice president, you should be aware of this. He will be representing IIT Kharagpur at IIT level. R&D these information discussed within a
Hold on. I have to clarify this.
aren't these information discussed in the closed door and the private place? Absolutely.
Next question.
You are handling social media for people. The Facebook page was started in the year 2009 and still the number of likes are 69,992 only. What is that number?
Again, I'd like to tell you to stop commenting on our work and demeaning it. And in fact, as the head of social media and publicity, I was responsible for increasing the likes of Entrepreneurship Cell IIT Kharagpur's page from 47,000 to the number that you just quoted. And in fact, we have taken a number of initiatives for the same. And I believe we are one of the largest entrepreneurship promoting bodies in the country.
Shovan, I like to tell you something. Princess
Do we have any followers? Please ask. Next question.
Shovan, since you
Last
are
question.
part of case study team of your Hall of Presidents, I would like you to list down the problem statement.
Ma'am, I was part of the Lala Lajpat Rai Hall of Residences case study team, and the problem statement for the same was to create a framework for IIT Kharagpur in order to achieve Vision 2020. And I had been an integral part of the team and in terms of analyzing and getting information for the entire presentation.
Last question.
Thank you.
My proposals are as follows. Proposal 1, Career Conclave for Placement Preparation. This proposal is aimed at helping all students who will be sitting for placements so as to provide them with comprehensive and exhaustive means of preparation beginning from the semester before they sit for placements to the point of placements. Proposal 2, Undergraduate Research Platform. This proposal is aimed at increasing the culture of research among the undergraduate students as to provide students who work on their own idea and award those students who show significant progress in the short-term research work undertaken by them. A portal will also be made in this regard, whose details will be discussed later. Proposal 3, Training of mess workers and setting of balanced diet by dietitian. Poor quality of mess food and an unhealthy mess diet is a problem faced by a large chunk of the student population. This proposal is aimed at teaching the mess workers to cook food in a better manner by professional chefs. Broad guidelines for the mess menu will be set up by a dietitian so that students can choose a balanced and nutritious diet for themselves. I spoke to Professor Surya Kantapal, who is the chairman of Hall Management Center, and he was enthusiastic about the idea of having training for the mess workers. I have also contacted a chef who is ready to train mess workers. Proposal 4, a digital KGP. A major aspect of digitization is maintaining digital patient profiles for all patients, and I propose to do the same in BC Roy Technology Hospital for instant access to the medical history of each student. This data can also be used to detect the outbreak of contagious diseases and issue timely alerts. Also, the data can be analyzed to determine which doctors are the most in demand and which slots are the busiest to more effectively allocate resources. In today's day and age, every organization is moving to a paperless system of administration. Not only is it a more environment-friendly move, it also increases the convenience both for administration and users. In IIT Kharagpur, the various forms that need to be submitted will be ported to the digital medium, and through the ERP, they'll be forwarded to the various concerned authorities who will digitally sign it. This will increase the convenience for students and reduce the paper trail. Currently, the submission of forms for issues like guest house booking, swimming pool slots, gym slots, bona fide certificate, elective change, no due certificate, application for grade card, and various other facilities available to students, signatures of various authority figures are required. This is often a long, winding, and inconvenient process which takes up the student's time unnecessarily, as most authority figures are available only during office hours of 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Often students are unable to quickly get the bureaucratic work done as they have classes during that time. All these processes can be digitalized. I spoke Ma'am Chandra Chakrabarti, who is the chairman of BC Roy Technology Hospital, and Dr. Seema Roy, Senior Medical Officer, Administration, BC Roy Technology Hospital, and they said it was necessary to implement such a move. I also spoke to Kar, who is the product ERP, who said this is a good idea and it can be rolled out in phases. Proposal 5. There are people on campus by different societies over the entire year. This proposal is aimed at providing all students with opportunities throughout the year to pursue their area of interest and make use of the various opportunities that IIT on campus will conduct workshops which will be open to all through the year based on a pre-decided timeline. In this manner, students will have a chance to pursue the field of interest at different times in the year in society selections at the beginning. Coming to proposal 1, career conclave for placement preparation. Placements are one of the most of any student's day at IIT Kharagpur. The spring semester before the final year for students should be used to guide students in the methods of preparation, as it will have a much needed base for students going into the next semester. Moreover, students apply for companies and give placement tests in the autumn semester. Thus, they'll be able to prepare in a better manner if they already have a strong base and know what they'll be facing in the future. This will also prevent last-minute hassle and tension regarding preparation, as well as logistics issues will now more be assured about the whole process, thus ensuring efficiency and a more confident state of mind. Professor Devashish Dev, Chairman Career Development Center, also said that students will benefit in placements immensely if a dedicated method for preparation is developed. Proposal: a career conclave will be organized under the aegis of the Career Development Center. I plan to organize preparatory seminars under the aegis of CTC for placements, intricacies of preparing for interviews of the various sectors including consultancy, finance, core, startups, analytics, and research. Talks shall be delivered by alumni, professionals, students concerned with the representative sectors. Timeline: this program will consist of 3 steps. Step 1, certification. Of a drive in which areas will be covered. Each day will consist of workshops, webinars conducted by reputed alumni, professionals, and students in the respective sectors. This program is open for pre-final years. The sectors are as follows: finance, consulting, analytics and coding, startup related, core and research, social and teaching. In this conclave, alumni, professionals, and students will deliver the talk through the intersective session. The sectors finance, consulting and analytics, and coding and teaching will have alumni, professional students coming down to Kharagpur to have face-to-face interaction sessions, since these domains are not a part of the core and research sector will consist of webinars organized individually with respect to the departments with 2 different tracks: undergraduate, postgraduate, and research scholars. Each webinar will have half an hour lecture or introductory session or question and answer session. The questions for the same will be collected prior to the webinar filtered by the CDC team and sent to the speaking alumnus. Step 2. Profile matching and buddy allocation. Senior year buddy or SYB was placed and still in campus. It takes proper interaction between the buddy and the student. The placement process of the students culminates with them filling a feedback form. His or her interest in buddy program will be known through this form. The feedback or interest from the students who attended the drive will be matched with the feedback received after the placement process. After profile matching, the buddy is allocated. Each student is asked to select 2 sectors on priority done by the Career Development Center. If the number of students is more than the capacity with respect to the number of buddies, a rotational program is employed in which the students are divided into batches and interaction happens in different weeks or months. Each buddy will mentor a maximum of 4 to 5 students so as to ensure the proper attention is provided to the students and that the rotational program can be avoided. Experienced postgraduate students would also be approached to mentor students and provide the valuable input for career choices in research and aligned areas. This will provide a further opportunity for students of IIT Kharagpur to learn from each other and appreciate each other's expertise. The mentorship. The mentorship period starts from mid-March, and as we know, the CV submission of the companies starts from the month of August and September. This provides a 6-month mentorship period before the. During the mentorship period, the buddy is encouraged to share his experience with the student and provide him concrete information like sharing reference materials, case practices, etc. Mentorship continues till the end. The career conclave will start in the spring semester for people who will be sitting for placements in the next semester. In that semester, people who have already been placed will conduct these workshops where the methods used by them in preparing for interviews of various companies and the pattern of interview. These workshops will include group and discussion and personal interview sessions. There would also be sessions on CV building, communication, and aptitude development. A survey of placed students conducted by the Career Development Center showed that the majority of students felt that the problem solving and communication skills major hurdles students perceive as per the survey conducted by CDC are as follows. CGPA, communication skills, positions of responsibility, internship experience, and help or advice from my seniors. Major strengths students perceive as per the survey conducted by CDC are problems, personal projects, CGPA, positions of responsibility, and help or advice from seniors. Such an initiative where students will use their experiences to help students who will be sitting for placements next semester will ensure that they'll be well prepared. By the autumn semester, the students sitting for an idea as to what to expect in placement interview and tests. They can gain a first-hand insight into what is the requirement.
I think this is enough for the first proposal. You can start with the second proposal.
I believe we will discuss the first proposal and then
We will have 5 minutes for one proposal in that case. We want the first proposal to be discussed. After the second proposal, he will brief. Then we will discuss the second.
Yeah, we want to discuss the first proposal.
Is everyone ready for that? Fine for that? 5 minutes for one proposal.
What are the specific steps that can you be students?
For postgraduate and research scholar students, we have 2 initiatives as I've mentioned in the proposal. Firstly, we'll be allotting postgraduate and research scholar mentors to the students because they have an overall and great grip on the core study of the subject. Apart from that, we are also helping student preparedness for postgraduate and research scholars through space by timeline. I'll be mentioning the timeline as follows. The timeline for conclave would include the following. From 24th to 24th February to 5th March 2016, the career conclave which will be held, which will have 10 sessions of having sessions such as social and teaching, aptitude and communication, finance, analytics, and consulting. Core and research webinars would be conducted throughout the span of 10 days, department-wise. And there will also be aptitude and communication sessions, which would include mock group discussions and mock personal interviews, apart from CV building and general preparation. Apart from this, the timeline for the buddy program is as follows. A place student interest in the buddy program feedback form that a student would be required. The information dissemination session by the chairman, CDC, and alumni for the buddies that are selected. There will be an introductory seminar for buddy program at the end of the career conclave. After the career conclave, a Google form would be floated to your students to know their aim. The buddy allocated second week of March. Then a list will be released of allocated buddies for the
Shovan, I can read it from the.
Let him answer the question.
Let me complete the timeline and then we'll get to it. A buddy feedback in case of a mentee which wishes to change his allocated buddy or to better suit his interest from the end of April.
Sean. Let me just wait. Let him come ask.
Question will be mine.
As for the senior year buddy, here you said that a maximum of 4 to 5 students will be allocated a mentor. So, assuming without a rotation, you need at least 500 mentors. So, who will be graduating? You will have a rotational method. You need at least 250 to 300 mentors. So, how many people have you contacted? What is the sample size? How many of them agreed? So, these are the exact.
One question. So, I'd like to correct you on this and I'll show you the exact figure. So, with respect to the number of students placed, in consulting there are 60, in finance there are 50, in analytics and coding there are 400, in startups there are 100, in core and research there are 300, and in social and teaching there are 40. And with respect to that, we have IIM Kharagpur students who said that this is a very comprehensive package, and in these workshops would help in improving students' preparation. So, and with respect to that, as you had said, there will not be a requirement of 500 to 600 mentors. There will be a requirement of 500, 600 mentees, which are completely going to be satisfied with the number of students placed.
What is the exact number you have contacted, and how many of them again? What is the exact number? I asked the same question previously, and you give.
With respect to the exact number and the sample size of the feedback that I've conducted, we have taken in the account of the suggestions of a large number of people and show you the entire documented research after the statement of purpose.
I have follow. Sean, is that a subjective answer? Large number is in the answer. Here we need an exact number because this quote is length.
So again, I am sending the document after the statement of purpose.
Shovan, don't you think as the panelists don't you think that every senior in KTP, every
Shovan, the final year students would be busy with their MTech thesis in case of dual and project in case of MSc, BTPs, grand vivas, interval activities, GMAT preparation, YLP, increase their CGP for the B schools, and also they participate in competitions like HULD and other competitions. Do you think they have the enough time to mentor effectively? Keeping all these activities, I'm telling you, all these, you need to have quality students mentoring, right? And I will look all these students out of all these activities. How can you be sure?
Let him answer.
So, I believe that the culture in IIT Kharagpur is extremely good. Respect that the seniors take all the opportunities to help out the juniors, and I'm sure that my platform will surely be another opportunity to help out. And I would like to take this opportunity to invite you to mentor these students at a later stage also.
do you feel your senior are so narrow-minded?
Shovan, I see some budget calculations in this documentation. Can you see the budget?
No more question.
Now, if we look into the number of speakers who will be attending the career conclave, the total budget will come to be around INR 2 lakhs. So with around 2,000 students sitting for placements, This culminates to rupees 100 per person, which is around 8 to 10% of the increase in the center fees, which is, so even if this cannot be, I think the students will be with for this entire initiative. Proposal 2. Undergraduate research platform. Overview and need. The research that happens at IIT Kharagpur, important parameter with key criteria in the World University rankings. In the past few years, IIT Kharagpur has increased on research and has aimed to become a top 20 university in the world in the field of engineering and technology criteria. One important facet of emphasis on research is to encourage with their own ideas, given a platform to work on their own research ideas and come up with solutions to the various problems present. Once students are given encouragement to pursue their own ideas, a culture of research will be inculcated in IIT Kharagpur among the undergraduate students, which will highly benefit the students as well as IIT Kharagpur in the long run. Thus, it is very important for the institute to inculcate a culture of research where students get to take up projects in their own research ideas. In the India Rankings 2016 released, IIT Kharagpur was ranked third in the engineering sector. Director IIT Kharagpur, Professor Parthapratim Chakrabarti, was very happy with the result, but he also said IIT Kharagpur must take more effective use of its large student strength at all levels as an asset for growing up the research quality output. To increase the culture of research among I propose a platform. Encourage research and development activities in the students. Proposals will be invited every year in the month of August from the undergraduate students of IIT Kharagpur. The guiding spirit behind this initiative is to encourage students to think and innovate. The students should take initiative in identifying, studying, and analyzing problems as well as formulating solutions. Under this scheme, students are required to submit the project proposal in association with the identified faculty of the department center to act as facilitator. Proposals may be submitted by a student alone or by a maximum of 2 or 3 students. If the project is completed, the students will be issued certification from the institute, which will be very beneficial to the students if they want to apply for research internships abroad and for further studies. The initiative is not only beneficial for furthering the pride of this institute, but will also help encourage and inculcate a spirit of research among the students and will also provide concrete benefits. Timeline. Announcement of invitation of proposals will be made during August. Students will be required to submit proposals as per notified duly forward by the facilitator and the concerned heads of department till the end of September. Shortlisting of proposals will be carried out by the Dean Undergraduate Studies and the notification will be made by mid-October regarding the same. The benefits of my proposal, as I mentioned in it, is that it will provide a platform for the undergraduate students to pursue their own innovative ideas and fields of interest in research. And apart from that, this will also add an extreme benefit and add up in applying for future studies, research projects in the future.
How is it related to IIT Kharagpur?
Since Vision 2020, IIT Kharagpur is majorly to increase the international stature of the institute. That is why when we have a more amount of research and more number of research publications, that is why it will increase the QS university rankings and hence we'll also top 20.
Shovan, how did you come up with the marketing criteria for innovativeness, impact, and feasibility? Or can they all be equal and have you met any professional or someone experienced enough to come up with this numbers?
With regard to the number, I had discussed this with the dean, and I believe if you're making such a comment, you're questioning the credibility of the dean. And apart from that, subject to change, and it will be decided once it is implemented in the next step.
So, the marks and all, but have you contacted different departments regarding this? Because I believe to conduct research you require laboratories and different infrastructure. So have you contacted all the departments?
Sir, with regard to this, as I've mentioned, I have met the Dean of Undergraduate Studies, and I believe that since he has taken this entire decision, and yes, sir, I have met the head of the Department of Physics, and he has also given a heads up, and he was very enthusiastic to take this forward in the next year.
If I'm not wrong, there's a similar program running in IIT Delhi as well. So isn't your proposal like very similar to that one?
Ma'am, I believe that commenting on the novelty is not an issue. In fact, the impact that will be created by introducing this would surely increase the reputation of IIT Kharagpur in the future. In fact, I have the details of IIT Delhi. 25 projects were awarded under SURA 2013 and 28 projects were awarded under SURA 2014, which shows the increase in impact in undergraduate research.
Last year on the very similar lines, General Secretary's Technology along with Vice President implemented a project called Creating KGP. It's a very similar lines, okay? For that, we got 79 entries as a team of 2 and 3. Ultimately, at the end of the year, only one student from the second year Department of E&DC turned up to show his post-out presentation. Did you learn how is this different going to make the students to come out of their room? So this is the exact.
Sir, with regard to the usefulness of this portal, as I mentioned, this is to let me complete my answer. This is to innovate. This is to make undergraduate students innovate and pursue their own fields of interest. And I believe that if you're giving an opportunity for undergraduate students to pursue their own field of interest, then they'll surely take this forward, and they can create their own proposal for the same.
So I have follow. Let me ask you a question. So you haven't answered my question yet. The question is, last year very similar thing happened in the institute, but unfortunately only one student turned out at the end of the year despite of having 80 entries. So what different you are doing, and we can read the benefits from here what you said to my answer. Okay. So what different is this, and how are you going to tackle this? What lessons you learned?
Sir, I like to quote Delhi.
I am talking about IIT Kharagpur. I am talking
The initial list is more than 20 projects that are awarded by SU on the second year itself. And since this is a sister institute with a much larger strength, I do not see any reason why
Excuse me. Can I request the panelist to behave? Are the students that will make them come see the research topics here?
So, with respect to the incentives that are provided, there shall be an honorarium, and also we can also look into the awards that are being handed out at the end of the research projects by the editor, and I believe it would increase undergraduate research manifold in the future.
Thank you, Shovan. You will take your seat.